أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay, Quranic stories with Sister Rabia. Okay, so kids, we are doing Prophet Musa alayhi salam story. This is such a long story, mashallah. And as we know, the prophet that has been mentioned in the Quran the most is Musa alayhi salam. So his story is going to be in several parts. So today we are on part number 4. Okay, kids, remember what happened in the last episode? In the last episode, let me quickly ask Aiden. Okay, Aiden, do you remember? You can unmute what happened in the last episode. They were magicians, and
And
yeah, and they had put down their
then
ropes. Yeah,
whenever he dropped it.
yeah, and they dropped their ropes and sticks, and then they looked like snakes to people, right? And everybody was scared because they say that the magicians were maybe 70 magicians or more. So just imagine there were snakes everywhere, and it was like a pavilion. It was like a festival. Everybody had gathered around to see what was going to happen. And Musa alayhi salam had a little fear in his heart also, that what am I going to do? So many snakes. I have just one staff. It just turns into one snake. What's going to happen? But then Allah inspired him. What happened? Allah's message came to him. And what was Allah's message? Allah's message was that, oh Musa, do not fear. Okay. And then what happened? Okay, I'm going to mute everybody and I'm going to unmute you guys. Okay, whenever I have a question, be ready. Okay, then what happened? Musa alayhi salam threw his staff down in front of the 70 plus of snakes. Musa alayhi salam put his staff down, threw his staff down. His staff became into a big serpent. Musa alayhi salam threw his staff down. The staff changed into such a big serpent. And what happened? Let's ask Isa. Isa, help. Isa, what happened? The big serpent did what to the small snakes?
It devoured them and ate them.
Yes, I love that word, devour. Yes, it ate them, and he cleared, this big serpent cleared up all that place, it just ate them up. Everything clear. And look at the snake. Oh, hey, I can even see those little tiny snakes in there. And wow, okay, look at that bulge. Okay, so all those snakes are now in their serpent, and now everybody is scared, like, oh, what is that? Look at that big serpent. Now what's the serpent going to do to us? And then Musa alayhi salam calmly walks in front of the whole entire crowd, Musa alayhi salam puts his hand down, and as soon as his hand reaches the serpent changes into a wooden staff. No more serpent, and everybody is amazed, and everybody is whoa, Musa alayhi salam can control that serpent. The serpent doesn't say anything to Musa alayhi salam. Well, at this, Musa alayhi salam took back his staff and he looked at the magicians. And guess what? The magicians, now we know what the magicians did. Let's see if Aiden can tell me. Aiden, do you remember what the magicians did after seeing all this? Did the magician say, we don't believe you? Or did the magician say, what did the magician say? Do you remember, Aiden? Let me. Okay, I will tell you what happened. Then the magicians, let's see if Isa can remember. Okay, hold on. Who else do I have? Who? Okay, then go ahead, unmute. Um, okay, so is this Isa?
No, this is
Fahim?
Fahim.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent, Fahim. What happened, Fahim, to the magicians when magicians?
They they turned their they turned their back on the Pharaoh
Uh-huh.
and was like, Musa, we see it's all real. We know it all between the we know of some black magic and a miracle,
Oh, excellent.
and they became Muslims.
MashaAllah. Exactly. That was exactly what happened. They could see the difference between black magic and Allah's work, the miracle, what the Prophet had. All the magicians fell down into sajda and they say, we believe. Oh Musa, we believe in your Lord. We believe in the Lord of Musa. And these are the Quranic verses. All this, the story which I'm telling you, is everything is in the Quran. And then the Quranic verse says the magicians fell down in sajda and they said, we believe in you. We believe in the Lord of Musa and the Lord of Harun, because these were two messengers sent. Both of them were there in the court. Now let's see what happens. Now what is the Pharaoh going to say? The magicians fell in sajda, saying, we believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun. Pharaoh said, you have believed in him before my permission? Undoubtedly, this is a plot. Now he thinks that this is a big plot. The magicians and Musa alayhi salam, they're somehow related and they somehow planned this whole thing up. But no, he is mistaken. He cannot see the truth. He is so proud. He cannot see the real actual truth. And now he we know that he's such a big tyrant, right? And he gives punishments and everything. And now he says, I will cut off your hands. Now, this is what he says to the magicians. I will cut off your hands and your legs from opposite sides. Then I will crucify you all together. Now he's talking to the magicians. Okay, so there were 70 plus magicians. Some traditions say 70, and some say even more. 100 plus, a couple of 100 plus magicians, because all the magicians wanted what? Initially, all the magicians really wanted a very good name and a high position. They wanted to impress the Pharaoh, but now the Pharaoh is like in the now the Pharaoh, they are looking at the Pharaoh and they are saying, no, we understand. We believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun alayhi salam. Now, what happened? Those magicians, they had no fear in their hearts after seeing the truth, after seeing what Allah had sent Musa alayhi salam with. They had no fear. They said, take our lives away. We don't care. You can punish us in this dunya, in this world, but in hereafter, we have a high place. And Pharaoh's cruelty had increased in the land. Now, after he had done whatever he had to do with the magicians, Pharaoh's cruelty had increased in the land after killing the magicians. Now, other Bani Israel men were being tortured to give up Islam and stop demanding the release of the slaves. So what happened? Now Pharaoh started being so cruel. He did not want Musa alayhi salam, and he did not want the slaves to keep saying, release us, free us, we want to go back to the promised land. They did not want them to say that. So the Pharaoh and his men started torturing people so much. Then what happened? Then the people went to Musa alayhi salam, and the people said, hey Musa, before you were, we are being persecuted, we are tortured. And actually the people had become impatient. The Bani Israel became impatient after seeing all the torture. They said, Musa alayhi salam, because of you, you know the first time, all those kids were killed, those babies were killed, it was because of you, because they wanted to find you. And now again, you have come back as a prophet, and the same is happening. We are again in a bad time. So Prophet Musa, it is because of you. The people had become a little ungrateful, even though Islam had come to them, but now they had become a little ungrateful. Musa alayhi salam told them, do sabr, it is the time to be patient. Allah will take you out of all this misery. Allah will give you a land. Allah will give you, give you peace. Everything will happen. It is Allah's promise. But you need to be patient right now. And then what started happening? Musa alayhi salam started telling the Pharaoh that you need to understand. You need to release the children of Israel. Otherwise, Allah's punishments will come. Okay, let's ask someone, what kind of punishments do you think? Isa, what punishment do you think could come? What punishment? Unmute and tell me, Isa. Now Musa alayhi salam is telling Pharaoh, stop, otherwise punishments will come. What do you think? What punishment could come? What do you think? Now there are like a couple of punishments you'll see right now. They're like kind of scary also. But what punishment, Isa, do you think? Is Isa here? Okay, let me ask. I'm going to ask everybody. Aiden, what do you think? What kind of a punishment can come to them? Just you can say anything as if you're making up your own story. What kind of punishment can come from Allah's side? What can Allah bring to them? That the Pharaoh says, I am Lord, I am the God, believe in me. But how is Allah going to show him So first Allah is going to show him little punishments, then the next punishment is going to be slightly more adverse, then the upcoming one is going to be slightly more adverse, and then the final one is going to be done. Okay, so okay, let's ask, keep thinking. Okay, let's see, Isa, can you think of a punishment? What punishment can Allah send down?
Like they're gonna get killed or something.
Oh, okay. We'll keep that in mind. They can get killed. But Allah's way is so beautiful that Allah does not do the extreme immediately. Allah shows signs. One sign, oh, my people understand. Then Allah shows another sign that, oh, my people understand. It is said that Allah is so, like how a mother loves her kids. It is said that Allah is basically, the mother's love for her son, for her child, is not that much compared to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah would never instantly punish. Allah would give small punishments only so that a person could understand. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see what was the first punishment. Okay, punishment number one. Okay, punishment number one. Punishment number one is, and we seized the people of Pharaoh with years of famine and poor production of fruits, so that they may learn a lesson. Now, first thing, what happened? You know what? Pharaoh used to say, I am the Lord, the river Nile is mine, and all the production of fruits and everything is because of me. Well, Allah said, okay, if you're the God, try to fix this. And there was no rain, and there was poor, whatever cultivation they used to have of fruits and vegetables, that started to become bad. Then there was a famine and animals, then there was a shortage of food and water, and the people, and mostly the Pharaoh's people were getting affected by this. Allah had given patience to the others, and Allah was not giving them a hard time to the Bani Israel with these natural disasters. But the Pharaoh's people were really hungry, and they were having a very bad time. And every time this used to happen, they used to say, oh, they used to think, oh, you know what, this is a bad omen that we did this to Musa alayhi salam. So they used to say, oh, Musa alayhi salam, go to your Lord and go and ask him, to remove this famine from us, remove this shortage of food from us. And if he does remove it, you know what? And this is the Pharaoh's people saying, you know what? If this bad time is taken off, you know what? We are going to believe in Allah. And you know what? We are going to release the slaves. And we are going to let Bani Israel go with you. And then what used to happen? Then Musa alayhi salam used to pray to Allah, oh Allah, take this punishment away from them. And then the punishment was taken away from them. But then what happened, Soon after the punishment was taken away from them, then they used to again turn, and they said, oh, no, 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 you did nothing. Nothing happened because of your dua, because of your prayer. It was just a natural disaster. And then one after the other, the things started coming. And the next thing came. There was a storm, and everything is already so dry. And there is, everybody is having a very bad time already. And then the storms started happening in the desert. Okay, that was the second thing. And then what started happening? Then locusts started coming. Hey, what are locusts? Does everybody know? Hey, let's look at a picture of a locust. Hey, what does the locust do? Okay, let's ask Fahim. Fahim, what does a locust do? Do you know what a locust can do?
No.
Well, these are like little tiny insects. They are like crickets. Imagine they are like crickets, okay? And what do they do? Does anybody else know? Aiden, do you know what crickets can do, or what locusts can do? You know
No.
what I'm doing? Okay, I'm going to show everybody. Isa, do you know what locusts can do? You know what they did? Okay, let's.
Yeah, they're kind of like a cricket
Yeah,
combined with like a. Is a cricket kind of combined with
yes.
a praying mantis?
Praying mantis, yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, you're kind of right. Okay, so this is typically a locust. A locust is locusts. Okay, so what are these locusts do? For one thing, they don't look cute. Okay, I don't think if they look cute. Okay, for one thing. But for the other thing, you know what they do? They damage and destroy all the fields, all the cultivation, all the green plants. They go like they go in, hundreds, and and they just go around the fields. And guess what? when a locust attacks a field, after the locust is done, guess what? There is no greenery. They have eaten up everything. They have destroyed entire fields. So this is what a locust attack looks like. You should maybe go watch it on the internet. They come like little tiny insects. They attack a place, and once they leave, everything they have eaten up everything. So this is how the locusts started destroying the lands. Okay, and then the people used to come to Musa alayhi salam again. Oh, Musa alayhi salam, please help us, please help us, please pray. And Musa alayhi salam used to pray to Allah, oh Allah, I think they have learned their lesson. Oh Allah, let them go. Oh Allah, let them, let this thing go away. And then Allah used to remove the locust attacks from them. And then what used to happen? They used to again turn back, and they used to say, we're not letting Bani Israel loose. We're not letting them go. Who's going to be working for us if we do that? And then again, Allah used to send another thing. Okay, what's the other thing? Oh my God, what's this? Fahim, read this for me. Fahim, what's that on the board? What's happening in the picture?
Hair lice.
Yeah, there are lice. Imagine lice or fleas or this kind of insect, and these are everywhere. Imagine, people want to lie down in the bed, they open their bed, oh my God, there are lice everywhere, everybody's head, everybody's body, everybody's clothes. When there are so many lice, they wouldn't fit on the head and on the body, then they're everywhere, they're on the floors. So this is like it's like a very devastating scene, and everybody hates it. Yes, it's in the food also, it's everywhere, everybody's, the lice is sucking up blood, and it must be so itchy, their bodies must be itchy, their head must be itchy. So this was like terrible, this was such a terrible state, everything, lice everywhere. Okay, then what happened? Then you want to know what happened again? They said, oh, Musa alayhi salam, pray to your Lord that this may be taken away from us. And then again, it used to be taken off. Okay, so what happened? That whenever a scourge befell them, they said, oh Musa, pray for us to your Lord. These are the words of the Quran. Oh Musa, pray for us to your Lord by the covenant he has made with you. If you remove this scourge from us, we will truly believe in you and send the children of Israel with you. So this kept happening. So many, one after the other, natural disasters start coming. And then which natural disaster came? Oh my God, what is this? Aiden, what's happening in the picture? What is this, Aiden? What do you think, Aiden? What's happening in the picture now? What are these so many things?
They're frogs.
They are frogs. Oh my God. Okay, Isa, what can you see in the picture? What's happening now? What kind of?
There are millions of frogs.
There are millions of frogs. Actually,
What?
Imagine.
What the?
Yes, but frog is supposed to be in ponds or maybe outdoors. Fahim, what do you see? Fahim, what's happening now? Is this a room?
How did you guys get here?
Yeah, so okay.
That is so comfy landing.
Yes, that's right. Let me ask, go ahead. Fahim, what's happening in the picture?
It's like maybe when the Bani Israel went back to their houses, there were thousands of frogs in there.
Okay, yes. And let me tell you one more thing. Bani Israel is not getting affected. The slaves are not getting affected. The frogs and all these are not affecting. These are the Pharaoh's people, the rich people in the palaces. Those are the people who are getting the Pharaoh. Imagine the frogs are in the castle. Because Allah has specially put this, this punishment and this scourge, especially for those rich people, the ones who used to live in the palaces and in the nice houses and all those things, who are the masters. So all this is happening to them. Imagine you open your bed to sleep. Oh no, it's a frog. You put your foot inside a shoe. Oh no, today my shoe looks really, like what? It's really squishy, and you find out there's a frog in there. So everywhere, imagine. Okay, I'm gonna ask something from Isa. Isa, what if somebody from them, their mom, just imagine, their mom is like, hey child, that's your food. Okay, and the child looks in, it's soup, and with two three frogs swimming in them. What do you think? How are you going to feel if something like that happens to you, Isa?
Unmute me.
You are unmuted.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. How are you going to feel if somebody gives you a dinner plate and you look inside and there are frogs swimming in there?
I would say that. Why did you put frogs inside there? I'm never gonna eat that ever again.
Yes, that's right. And guess what? The cook is going to say, I never put frogs in there. I don't know where frogs keep coming from. This is Allah's punishment. This was Allah's scourge on them. That things used to keep happening. Okay. And one more punishment is also coming. Okay. But let me read the Quranic verse in the Quran. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the translation. Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. فأرسلنا عليهم الطوفان والجراد والقمل والضفادع والدم آيات مفصلات فاستكبروا وكانوا قوما مجرمين. The exact words of Quran in Arabic, let me translate them. So we sent upon them the storm and locusts and lice and frog and blood as signs distinct from each other, yet they showed arrogance and they were a guilty people. Okay, now what? What? Blood? What? How was that? Okay, like this. Can anybody tell me which river is this? Remember the river Nile? Okay, let me ask Aiden. Aiden, do you remember the river Nile? River Nile, where Musa alayhi salam was in a basket, and he was flowing. The river Nile was flowing, and the river Nile used to give, so many benefits to the land. It used to make the land fertile. People used to drink from it.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Okay, then you need to go watch part 1 of Musa alayhi salam. Okay, and you'll see River Nile in there. Okay, so in River Nile, now the River Nile that used to benefit them now turned into blood. And it is said everywhere there was blood. Wherever they had some water and they tried to drink water, and and initially they had filled water in their pots and in their vessels. And now when they wanted to drink the water, it was all blood, it was all red. And this is even in history. If you look, we can find this thing. There are proof that this did happen. Okay, so then what happened? Then we know what happened. These people went to Musa alayhi salam again, and I'm gonna ask Isa. Isa, do you know what happened again? These people went to Musa alayhi salam and they said, "Oh, pray to your Lord." What did the people say?
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Can I show you? Can I show you my cousin or no? My other cousin?
You can definitely show me all your cousins after the story time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So first tell me what, after every punishment, what used to happen whenever a scourge befell them. They said, "Oh, Musa, pray for us to your Lord by the covenant he has made with you. If you remove this scourge from us, we will truly believe in you and send the children of Israel, with you." Okay, so this
Yeah.
keep happening, but guess what? They never believed. Every time Allah took the punishment away from them, they never believed. Finally, okay, now remember I told you Allah sends small punishment, then the next punishment is slightly bigger, slightly bigger, slightly bigger, and then finally, boom, what Isa had told us initially. Okay, so now finally, when the Pharaoh would not let the children of Israel go with Musa alayhi salam, Allah's order came to leave the land of Pharaoh and go migrate towards the promised land. And now what's going to happen? These are hundreds and hundreds of people. These are the slaves. How are they going to secretly go? They are going to secretly migrate. They're going to close all their Well, they didn't, I'm sure they didn't have suitcases then. They're going to close all their clothes and everything, and they are even going to take their animal carts and their animals. And the women are like, okay, it's a planned migration, we are all going to take our gold. I don't know why they did that, but they took all their gold with them. And they took whatever they had in that time. Maybe gold was like the money, no paper money. They had gold. So the women took all their jewelry also. They also had gold jewelry. So it's a planned migration and everybody is going. This was done secretly in the middle of the night. So Allah also kind of made them do it. Now imagine hundreds of people are leaving in the middle of the night. The Bani Israel would migrate tonight. Okay, so imagine it's a planned migration. Everybody closes up everything, they packs up, and everybody, guess what? The Pharaoh did not get any hint. They closed everything and they left secretly. And when they left the land, they're a little outside of the land. The people of the Pharaoh, they came, they said, you know what? There is a migration taking place. Every single slave, every single Bani Israel has packed up and is leaving. They're leaving like a big group. And the Pharaoh, like, are they going to do in the middle of the night? Hey, you know what? I'm going to sleep. And early in the morning, tell my whole entire army, early in the morning, right after sunrise, we go attack them. Get all your swords, get all your spears, get all your shields. It's going to be a mass murder. We are going to kill all of them. They don't want to be our slaves? Okay, good. Let's just go kill them. Okay, kill all of them. So everybody prepared. In early morning, everybody prepared. And what happened in the early morning? This is the last scene, okay? Okay, the last scene. The secret migration has taken place in the middle of the night. Now it's sunrise, and people have reached near the Red Sea. These people look very happy. Look at them. They have their carts, they have their animals, they have like their valuables. They are too happy. We are going to the promised land. Yay. And then what happens? That's going to be part 5. Okay, so part 5 is actually going to be then what happened. Okay, and we know what happened. They're going to look back and they're going to see hundreds of Pharaoh people chasing them, and they're going to come so close to them, and they would want to kill all these hundreds of people. Look, so many people. Can you see all those people? So many people are migrating, but poor people. We'll see what happens next. Okay, so mashallah, our story is finished.